Hey everyone, it's James with the Eugene Life. I'm here in the West Downtown area on 17th and Leakin. I'm with Nils and Alison, founder and owners of Cornucopia. So, give me a description of what Cornucopia is all about.
It's about community, for the most part, right? I mean, we started as it evolved over the years. We started out as a corner market that specialized in beer and wine, and basically a lot of the things that Alison and I were interested in. Alison had an interest in wine. I had an interest in the microbrewery craze that was happening in the early 90s. But in a sense, it was more about it was more of a social aspect to it, bringing people in the neighborhood together. Wouldn't you say? I mean,
community spirit. We've always had an eye for products, trying to source the best products for our customers, and that's what's built our customer base over the years. Amazingly enough, when you attract families and your neighborhood, you get the next generation and the next generation. When we started business, our infant customers were not 21, and now we see them sitting here on, Burger Monday or Taco Tuesday or Philly Wednesday, and they're hanging out with their friends, and the beat goes on.
And then, food's obviously a big part of, if you're going to throw a party or a barbecue at your house, you want to entertain, well, you're going to have food, and that's going to be a central, focus. So we didn't start back in 1993 as a restaurant. We evolved into one when we bought this location, and with
catering evolved shortly after that.
The goal was to create a kind of a pub atmosphere,
with better food.
It was a gathering place for people to come and socialize, and not just be a bar where it's mostly adults and no children. We wanted to have more of a family place, but where people can appreciate, good beers and wines and
everyone can be comfortable.
The good food that we make here.
People ask what our demographic is, and it's 0 to forever.
Cool.
I mean, anyone can feel comfortable at Cornucopia.
Definitely. So, Cornucopia has become a staple in this town. And what are some of the factors that you guys have done to get it to the level it's at now?
I got this.
Go ahead.
Nils has always said you need to be the best at something. And to be the best at something, you have to put the best product out there for real. And that's where our flagship, the burger, came from. And we've just really, over time, sourced the absolute best beef, the best seasoning combinations, and we've pushed it until, the product is really highly developed now, that I feel like we're really the best. And when you really feel it, that you've done your all to get the best product out there.
Yeah, when you put all your time and energy into the thing, the one thing that you can be really, really proud of. I mean, we make a lot of different really good food, but that was our central focus, was Eugene's best burger.
Definitely. So, tell me, what's it like being an establishment in Eugene? How has that led to the success of the company?
Being established in Eugene.
In Eugene.
Eugene is great. This place is the best place to live.
People really, they appreciate going out. They really support local businesses, the residents in this town.
They go out of their way.
They really like to go out and eat a lot. That's very supportive of restaurants, especially when it comes to places who serve good local brews or good local wines, and I think that's a big part of it. It just, you could have a business in some other towns, but maybe it wouldn't have, the residents wouldn't be as supportive. They're open-minded to try a lot of different things. I think that's.
People like to walk. They like to ride their bicycles. They like jumping on the bus. Everyone has like a feel-good feeling meeting up with each other. There's a lot of social atmosphere going on in Eugene that I think is not just necessarily subtle. I mean, the downtown is really, really getting bumping. We feel so fortunate that our businesses are located right there so that we can, support the growing community here.
So, yeah, on the topic of supporting the community, what are some of the things that Cornucopia likes to do to help out Eugene? Any programs, any fundraising sort of things you do?
Well, we just recently did a fundraiser for Mackenzie River Trust. They're a group that helps restore rivers back to their natural state from, say, an agricultural piece of property, and then they plant native trees and things like that. We do a lot of fundraising for various schools around town. We constantly donate gift cards for people's fundraisers that they're holding.
Local elementary schools,
We try to do is we really have a focus on kids' causes.
in the environment.
And environmental causes for them.
Whether it's old growth trees and forests, the Mackenzie River Trust. I mean, our water, you can't beat it. We have the most delicious tap water.
So, from both a company and a personal standpoint, what are some of your goals for the future?
Retiring.
As for the company, we're really focusing on growing our catering business right now. We have our 2 restaurants, and they're humming along quite nicely, and we don't really have any big goals of expanding as far as new locations, but the one thing that we're really focusing on right now is expanding our catering.
Getting the word out. Catering has a very different menu. We have a whole nother set-up kitchen space in a warehouse that can produce really, really fine food. That foodie food that isn't necessarily on our menu here, but that, we find the skill and the talent in our kitchens. And sometimes you can get a little bored flipping burgers, and then we have to move them into catering where they can really let, their talent shine.
Cool. Yeah. So, my final question. Do you love the Eugene life?
Absolutely. I mean,
I come from New Jersey, and it's okay to
we're
visit.
We're both from New Jersey.
We're both from New Jersey. I love Eugene.
I like going. My family and I, we've gone to Maui, we've gone to Southern California, Florida, back to the East Coast, and the Rockies, gone to Colorado, and although it's always really fun to go to these places, I love coming back to Eugene. I just love coming back here. I mean, it's perfect. It's the perfect place, at least for
We
for
live
us.
in an urban forest. I mean, it's unheard of.
Agreed, yeah, definitely. So, I'd like to thank Nils and Alison for the great interview. You guys got to come check out Cornucopia. It's one of Eugene's best restaurants. I really recommend it.
You won't be disappointed.
Yeah. So come check them out on 17th and Lincoln, or over down on 5th and Pearl. And they're just a great place. Check them out.